Kim, I need you to put together the deck for this afternoon's management meeting and prepare the room for 20 people by 1 p.m.
Good morning, Stacy. I think you may have forgotten, but I'm actually off today and tomorrow.
Oh, are you now? Well, do you think I care? Why don't you just shut up and do as I say if you want to keep your job in my office? In fact, I will fire you right this moment if you're not going to follow my instructions. I can't believe you think a temp staff like you can talk back to me. Have you forgotten that you can be easily replaced? I know that you're reaching your 40s, but your age doesn't mean anything to me. You are my subordinate, therefore required to listen to my orders. If you can't do as I say, then I will simply discard you.
Stacy, with all due respect, surely you don't mean that.
Of course I do. Come to the office and prepare for the meeting now. You must complete the deck by noon. And make sure the projector is ready to use.
Stacy, please. Besides, I could understand if you want me to prepare the meeting room, but the presentation deck? Isn't that something the director asked you to prepare personally? I recall correctly, he asked you over 2 weeks ago.
So what? The deck is as good as mine if someone from my team completes it. In other words, you need to do a really good job, or else I'm going to fire you. Do not make me look like a fool at the meeting today. Now come on, you're running out of time. You need to get on with it.
Like I said, I cannot. Physically, I'm not even in town. I'm at my husband's parents' house right now.
What the hell? Where is that?
Like 4 hours away. So there's no way I can make it to the meeting in the afternoon or work on your presentation deck. Please do it yourself or find someone else.
Excuse me, 4 hours away? What the hell are you doing out of town on a weekday?
You can't tell me where I can or can't be on my day off. And as a note, I requested and had this paid leave approved over a week ago. You approved it too.
Oh, I did, huh? Well, I don't remember.
It's marked on my calendar, which you have access to, and I also reminded you a couple of days ago. So I can't follow your orders today or tomorrow. Sorry, Stacy. My husband is looking for me. I have to go. Good luck on the meeting.
No, wait a minute, Kim. I need the deck to be done by noon. I'll never finish it on time. Kim? Hello?
Hey, sis, you have a minute?
Of course, Seb. What's up?
I know this is out of the blue for you, but is it possible to borrow your van on the morning of my wedding this weekend? There's been a mix-up with the limousine service, and it looks like we were double booked with another event.
Oh, dear.
I have to look for another service quickly to pick up guests from the airport in the morning. I made a few calls already, but it's so last minute that I can't find anything decent.
Seb, it's not a problem. If our van is a good option for you, then you're free to use our van. In fact, my husband is next to me right now, and he's offering to drive your guests.
Are you serious? Greg would do that?
It's probably best that way. The van is nice, but it's hard to get used to. We would feel more comfortable if someone used to the car drove it.
Man, that would be so great.
Will you talk to him directly later on with the details?
Absolutely. I will call him later. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, have you told your colleagues that I'm your brother? You might surprise the people who don't know anything about us.
Well, I told some of my colleagues while we were talking about family and their professions. It's not like I'm hiding anything. That said, I don't want everyone to think that I'm boasting about you, so I decided not to mention it unless you came up in the conversation.
Okay, that's understandable.
I mean, I know you've invited many people from the office, so I guess it'll be widely known after this weekend, which I knew was going to happen when I started working in your office a month ago. So that's that.
Yeah, I mean, all the manager class folks know, but the others, I can already picture their surprised faces. Be prepared to have a bunch of people ask why you never told them.
I'll make sure I have a good line.
All right, well, I better get going. We have last-minute preparations for the wedding. Thanks again about the van. Could you please let Greg know I'll call him in about an hour?
Sure, I will.
Talk to you later, then.
Okay, good luck preparing for your big day.
Hey, Kim, I'm just checking in on you and Greg. Is everything smooth sailing? You on your way here?
Yes, I am. I'm driving our other car to the venue right now.
Okay, so you didn't go with Greg. Is he on his way to pick up the guests?
I think he already picked them up. He should have left the airport by now and be on his way to the venue with everyone.
Okay, that is great. I really owe him one. I feel bad using him like a driver, but he saved this wedding. I'll make sure to thank him for everything.
You've already mentioned it many times, Toby. Don't worry about what you owe him and focus on your big day. Are you nervous?
A little bit, but not as much as the bride.
It's going to be a beautiful day. I can't wait to see you guys soon. I should be arriving in about 30 minutes.
Okay, drive safely. I will. See you there.
Kim, what the hell are you doing here? I just saw you talking to Toby. Don't tell me you invited yourself. Just because everyone from the office is here does not mean a part-timer like you are invited. You know, I actually saw you talking to him when he visited our floor the other day. Are you trying to make a move on him? You are a married woman now. How dare you embarrass me like this? You need to leave. Now. Hello? Are you ignoring my messages? You know, I was being nice texting you before I humiliate you in front of everyone. But fine, if you're going to ignore me, I guess I'll have to do what is necessary. I won't let you crash this wedding. Gosh, that felt good. I should have gotten a picture. You should have seen your face. Oh, classic. You looked really good in red, too.
I can't believe you poured wine on me. What did I ever do to you? You didn't even tell me why you did that.
Well, someone has to teach you a lesson, right? You're merely a part-timer who's been working for me for a few weeks. I know you're trying to get a piece of the men attending this wedding, including the CEO. You don't belong here. Get out!
Stacy, you've gotten it all wrong. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course I do, you whore.
Wow, I am lost for words. You know what? Forget it. There really is no point in trying to talk to you. Just pay the venue or the hosts back for wasting a good wine, will you?
I didn't take it from the bar.
What? Where did you find that bottle then?
Some newbie from our office had it. A bunch of them were going to give it to Toby as a wedding gift.
What? You wasted someone else's gift to attack me?
The idea was so stupid anyway. Toby didn't need any cheap wine from a bunch of youngsters. It was more important to get rid of you from the wedding.
How dare you?
Well, you got the message now, didn't you? You are not welcome. Get your sorry ass out of here. If I see you walking around again, I will rip your dress up into pieces.
I'm not the one leaving. You are, you piece of shit.
I beg your pardon?
That gift was not some cheap wine from the supermarket. The young employees bought a wine from the same birth year as Toby. It was supposed to be a beautiful surprise gift. They all pitched in to buy it out of thoughtfulness, and you've ruined it. You are going to be so sorry for what you've done, Stacy. You fool.
Excuse me, this is your own fault. If you never came to crash the wedding that you weren't invited to, none of this would have happened.
Okay, just give me a second here. I need to take a deep breath before I go on. All right, I'm back. Apologies for the language. Your level of ignorance has pushed my frustration over the limit, but I am calm now. And now that I am, I'm going to report what you've done to the CEO. Excuse me for the time being.
Huh? You're going to talk to the CEO? You think he's going to listen to a word you say? You are a part-time worker. He's not going to take an old woman like you seriously. Know your place already. Get the hell out of here now.
Toby, I think I might be late for the ceremony. I'm so sorry.
Oh, why? Is everything okay?
Long story short, Stacy deliberately poured wine over me and kicked me out of the venue.
I beg your pardon? What the hell? Why would she do something like that?
Because she believes that I'm here to pick up men and that I'm going to crash the wedding. She doesn't seem to know who I am to you, nor will she listen.
Oh my God, I am so sorry this is happening to you. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. One of the staff saw the whole thing and has offered to help. I asked her to fill you in on the details later when you have a moment. I'll also forward you a screenshot of her messages. You'll be able to understand what she did to me. You won't believe her attitude. Plus, you're going to be pissed about what she did to the other employees.
Okay, I'll make sure I read them all. But, so what are you gonna do? Is your dress damaged? Are you heading home to get changed?
I'm heading to the boutique down the street right now. I'll just buy something quickly and head back. The same staff offered me a dressing room where I can get changed. The makeup artist was still around too, so she's going to help me with my face and hair. So I might be entering the ceremony a bit late, but I promise I will be there. Meanwhile, I know you only have like 30 minutes until you walk down that aisle, but can I leave Stacy to you?
Of course, don't worry about that part. I'll handle it.
I'm so sorry. I hate to do this to you on your wedding day.
Hey, none of this is your fault. I got your back.
Thanks, Toby. I'll move as fast as I can.
Kim? Hey, Kim! Oh, come back to the venue now! Why the hell did you not tell me you were Toby's sister? Was I supposed to find out myself, huh? Answer me!
Funny. It's true that there are employees who do not know that I'm the CEO's sister, but I've been told that everyone who are manager rank and up have been notified.
What? Then why the hell do I not know?
I guess you missed it as usual. You should really go through your emails, you know. I know you hardly ever read them, but nowadays, majority of the important notices come via email. I kind of always had the feeling that you didn't know. I mean, it's not a hard guess considering the way you've been treating me. By the way, do you even realize you are completely two-faced, treating your subordinates horribly while sucking up to your bosses?
You should have told me!
Why, so you could suck up to me too? Sorry, but I don't categorize people by ass-kissing or ranks like you do. Besides, it doesn't matter who you treat badly. The fact that you mistreat anyone is the issue. You have crossed too many lines.
Okay, fine, whatever. Just come back before I get into any more trouble, please.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been inside the venue for the past hour.
Huh?
You heard me. Thanks to you, I had to go buy a new dress down the street, but everyone here has been very supportive and helped me get tidied up quickly. I missed the first couple of minutes of the ceremony, but I was able to witness most of it.
No way. I thought I'd be able to get back in if I found you. What am I supposed to do then? I'm standing in front of the door like an idiot.
That you are. I suggest you leave. You don't have any other option. As the family of the groom, I'm telling you that you do not belong here.
Wait, no, let me in. I want to be part of this wedding. I've been looking forward to seeing Toby today for so long.
I must go now. We're beginning the reception soon.
Kim, stop ignoring me. Oh, you have to pick up. Hello?
Jesus, Stacy, what? You want to stalk me now? You're out of your mind.
Oh, it's you. Finally.
Well, you kind of left me no choice but to react. Do you even realize you've left me 300 missed calls?
Well, why the hell are you not in the office today? I wouldn't have called you so much if you were here. We need to talk.
After what happened on the weekend, my safety has become a concern. So I've been directed by the CEO to take a day off today. Frankly, I'm glad I don't have to see you today. You actually scare me.
Kim, please, you have to help me.
Help you? Why would I ever help you? You harassed me badly.
I was told to go home just now. They're not going to let me inside the office until they decide what to do about me. I actually might get fired. I think your brother is mad at me because of what happened between us. But you know it was just a misunderstanding, don't you? He can't fire me for making a silly mistake. Besides, it happened outside of the office. You know I didn't mean to attack you or anything, so I need you to talk to him for me. Tell him you forgive me and that it was just a miscommunication.
Stacy, there is no point for you to ask me for help. Because that's not the only reason why you're in deep trouble. First of all, a misunderstanding does not cut what you did to me at the wedding. So no, I will not talk to my brother for you. But even if I did, it would be hard to regain your trust since the board has been discussing your behavior prior to the wedding.
Huh?
You see, you're the only one who doesn't understand the corporate compliance. You have broken so many by harassing your subordinates. There have been reports on your behavior numerous times. They know that you've coerced unnecessary work onto your teammates. Sometimes on their days off, just like you tried to make me work on mine. You call them useless and other horrible names if they ever decline, and treat them even worse once they're back in the office. They know that you've tried to take advantage of younger workers in the office, hinting promotion in exchange of a sexual relationship. I mean, how could you not think that that is against the compliance? Where is your common sense? And on top of it all, you attacked me at the wedding with what was supposed to be a beautiful gift for the newlyweds. Well, guess what, Stacy? My brother has a big heart, but not big enough for ignorant fools like you. In fact, he had apologized at his own wedding for letting you off the hook until now. He said he was sorry he didn't handle you much sooner.
He said that? Oh no, this is pretty bad, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Anyway, now you know that you asking me for help is not going to change the situation. So please stop calling me and leave me alone.
Come on, Kim, help another woman out, won't you? I'll tell you what, if you help me get out of this trouble, I assure you that you will get a raise. I will make a huge presentation about how great you are and that you deserve so much more pay. That's not such a bad deal, is it?
You are unbelievable.
Huh? Is that not enough? What else could you want from me then?
You are wasting my time. Goodbye, Stacy. I don't think we'll ever speak again.
Wait, what? You're not declining my offer now, are you? You'd be so silly to let your chance for a raise slide. Hello? Hello, Kim?
I later found out that Stacy has been obsessed with my brother for a few years. She used to work in a department closer to him, and although she had known he was in a relationship with his current wife, she consistently made moves on him. Her obsession became worse after my brother made it clear that he was not interested. So the HR had to move her to another section, which had no direct interaction with him. A few days after my last conversation with her, she received an official letter notifying her punitive dismissal from the company. In addition to losing her job, she was sued by a group of her subordinates who had been the target of her bullying for months. On top of that, she was, of course, made to pay for my dress and damages, as well as the aged wine that was supposed to be a gift. I guess getting fired and being sued all at once made her lose it. The day after her official notice, she tried to force herself into the office building to talk to my brother. Security stopped her immediately, which only made her even more hysterical. She made such a scene that the police were called in and was eventually taken away. Her poor parents had to travel for hours only to bail their grown daughter out. I heard that her embarrassed parents dragged her back to the countryside where she now works night and day to pay for everything she's done.
Cassidy, are you out with that man of yours again? I want to talk about this divorce already. You keep running off to go and spend time with him, leading to this whole divorce getting nowhere. If you really want for things to happen like you keep whining about, then come home and talk with me.
Come on, you're talking about all that again? I was kind to you by leaving the divorce papers at the house for you to finish filling out. Just sign your name on those papers and hand them in to the courthouse. Then this whole situation will be over with and you won't have to think about me anymore. You're the one who keeps trying to bring things up with me, delaying the divorce you keep whining about wanting all the time. You're being a jerk right now, Arnold. I even said you could have full custody of Kai, so why do you still sound unhappy with things?
I want to talk about the settlement.
What?
If you want to know why I'm not happy with getting the divorce just yet, then I'll give you my answer right now. I want for you and that man you've been cheating on me with to pay $50,000 as a settlement to me and in one payment.
$50,000? Are you nuts?
I came up with that amount after talking with my lawyer about how long you've been cheating on me for and how many times you've lashed out at me trying to hide said affair. I will not be reducing that settlement. You owe that amount to me for all the times you've lied to me saying that you've loved me and your daughter, so let's go.
What the heck? You want me to pay you that much? You're outright trying to rob me.
Everyone knows that when someone in a married couple cheats on the other, they have to pay up for it.
Well, I don't know about that crap, and I don't care.
Then that makes you an idiot who needs to be taught a lesson.
Shut up.
Once I know that you and your man are gonna pay up, I will be handing in those divorce papers. Also, if you try to take the papers and hand them in yourself without my consent, then I'm gonna have my lawyer call the courthouse and have them trash those papers, so don't bother trying. And I haven't even signed anything yet, so you would have to forge my signature, and that would land you in an even worse spot than you're already in.
Are you kidding me? I want to get married soon, Arnold. My boyfriend and I have already made plans for our wedding and everything, yet you've made those plans fall apart, and now we have to reschedule things. Stop being an ass.
If you want to get married, then you'd better get to work on sending me that $50,000. Otherwise, you're just going to have to wait until I feel like signing those papers.
I don't have that kind of money.
Well, until you do have the money, there won't be any divorce.
What the hell? Do you like holding me hostage like this?
Absolutely not, but I need to make sure that a little rat like you doesn't slip through my fingers without paying me that settlement first. That's the whole reason I made sure the lawyer and the court knew you had to pay me in one lump sum so that you couldn't run away from me with my money. To be honest, you both are some tiresome idiots. Hurry up and pay me that money so we can get this divorce over with.
What? What makes you think you need to say things like that?
If you don't want me talking to you like this, then come home and talk with me.
Come on, Arnold.
You're such a pain in the butt.
Arnold, are you all right?
Oh, hey, Amy.
I saw what you sent me yesterday night. I get that things aren't going your way, but you can't start getting all upset about it right now. You're only going to push Cassidy further and further away, and things will go nowhere for the both of you, so take it easy, please.
I might have gone a little overboard there. I just got all worked up is all about what she was saying to me. However, her parents knew where she'd run off to, and so they were able to stop her for me.
I see. Hey, Kai is looking at my phone right now and asking how you're doing.
Kai, I'm doing just fine.
Can I call and talk with her later? She really wants to hear your voice and is always asking me what you're doing and where you're at.
Sure thing. Sorry for leaving her in your care for so long now. I promise to make this all up to you later on.
No worries. She's my cute little niece after all, so I'd watch her until the end of time if I had to.
Thank you. You're really helping me out a bunch here.
Tomorrow you'll be taking her to the amusement park for a bit so that she can get some of her energy out and have fun, right?
Yeah, that's right. Even with how things have been going between Cassidy and I still need to act like a parent and give my little girl the attention she deserves.
That's right. And I think you getting out for a bit and having some fun there will be good for you as well. Cassidy, come to Miles City Hospital right now. Oh, hey, Amy. It's been such a long time since I last spoke to you. What's going on over at that hospital? Have you still not gotten a call or anything from them? Both Arnold and Kai got into a bad car accident. What? They had just left the house, and just a few minutes later they got rear-ended really badly. They were both taken to Miles City Hospital by ambulance, and I'd like for you to head there now as well to go see them. Right now I'm with my parents as well as my husband heading there to see them. You should already be aware that I'm getting a divorce from Arnold, right? What? Yeah, I'm well aware of that already. But you both are still legally married, and this accident involved your daughter, who is now in the ICU. And I told you and Arnold that I don't want custody of Kai anymore. Is there any reason I need to be going out to see them now? Seriously, I don't care to go and see the both of them while they're just laying in some hospital beds, so please don't ask me about this again. What? I get that you and Arnold are on your way to getting a divorce, but you can't actually be abandoning your own daughter like that, right? We should already be divorced by now, Amy. Yet for some reason, Arnold either still has some kind of feelings for me, or he wants my money, and that's why he won't let us get divorced yet. I don't care that they both had to be admitted into the hospital. Just as long as Arnold is still able to sign those divorce papers soon. And if he injured his hands, then someone step in for him and sign it so we can get this divorce taken care of. Right now is not the time to be talking about your guys' divorce. Would you stop playing around with me already? Just make Arnold hurry up and sign those papers. And of course, without that whole settlement BS. Cassidy! Oh, by the way, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be away for 3 weeks with my boyfriend on vacation before our marriage. You're going on vacation now with him? Aren't your parents supposed to be watching you right now? I found the perfect time to run away from those two. Cassidy, you're really asking for it. Had Arnold just stopped being such a baby about the divorce, this would be my honeymoon with the man who should be my husband now. So unfortunately, we'll just have to call this vacation our pre-marriage vacation. All because of Arnold. I see. I understand now why he was getting so pissed off with you. What? I totally understand now that you have no intent of going out to see Arnold and your daughter at the hospital. Well, whatever happens from here on out, I'll make sure to keep between us and not get you involved. Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank God you're a lot better at understanding people's feelings than your brother. I'm going to start packing my things now. Bye-bye. Amy, I just got back from my pre-marriage vacation and all. Yet there is still no word about the divorce from Arnold, so now I'm not going to play so nicely with you guys anymore, okay? I took a little trip back to the house to have a look and see if the papers had all been signed, but they were still on Arnold's desk without his signature still. That must mean he got into that car accident before signing the papers, huh? And from the looks of things at the house, it seems that neither Arnold nor Kai have been back home and are still in the hospital, right? I guess I have no choice but to come to the hospital and see them so that I can force Arnold to sign these dang papers. Can you tell me what hospital those two are at again? Oh, so you're back home now? Did you know that both of them had to be transferred to another hospital? I stopped by the hospital you told me about before to ask if I could go see them, and they told me they were no longer there. And they wouldn't even tell me where Arnold and Kai went when I asked. I tried texting him, but he didn't respond back to me yet. Arnold broke both of his hands in the accident, so there's no way for him to do anything on his phone. Oh, is that right? So where are those two at now? I'm not telling you. What? Are you kidding me, Amy? I have to have Arnold sign these dang papers for me. Hey, Cassidy, there happened to be one other man you'd been having an affair with, right? What? Are you still talking with that man now? You're on about him, huh? I am planning on marrying the man I'm with now, so I left that other guy a while ago. And how did you explain to him the reasons for why you wanted to break things off? Well, I hadn't met with him for around 5 months at the time. So of course I didn't say anything to him about how I'd be getting married to another man or anything. All I said was that my husband and I were rekindling our love for one another, so I had to say goodbye to him. I see. What ended up happening with that guy anyway? Well, that man's funeral took place 2 weeks ago. Huh? What do you mean funeral? That man had been ill for a while, so I wanted to ask you if you knew anything about that. I didn't know. Well, a little bit after you and him broke things off, his illness grew worse, and he had to be admitted to the hospital for care. There was no cure to what he had, so he finished his life in a hospital bed, surrounded by his wife and kids. What? So with that, I wanted to tell you that his wife found out about him cheating on her with you and started an investigation into who you were and where you're from. What? Because of that, it seems that in the next couple of days here, you will be getting told about the settlement she'll be wanting from you. No way! And it sounds like she wants the same thing Arnold wants, for you to pay it off in one lump payment. Wait, no! Get all the money you have ready. I don't have all of that money, though. Well, then how about you borrow the money you'll need? I'm sure that's the only choice left for you now, since there's nowhere left for you to run. What the hell is this? Arnold? Hey, please, just give up on getting that settlement from me, okay? I'll make sure to give you something else in place of that. I'll come out and see you at the hospital and bring you flowers. And I'll even get back together with you. So, what hospital are you staying at right now? I asked your sister that, but she just bullied me and said she wouldn't tell. Also, my parents have started to tell me to get out of their house and that they won't accept me as their daughter anymore. I've kind of come around to realizing I was a little bit in the wrong here, and so I'm wanting to make up for that, all right? And the only person I can rely on now is you. That's why I'm thinking about being nice to you again by letting you stay with my husband. And hey, I've made sure to leave that last guy I was with. So you don't have to worry about me being with any other men at the moment, all right? This will take care of all our problems, right? I'm sure that Kai is pretty lonely now after not seeing her mommy for some time, right? So, where were you guys admitted at? Hey, Arnold, hurry up and tell me where you're staying, please. It sounded like Cassidy went and broke up with the man she had been wanting to marry for a while, in the hopes of erasing all those talks about divorce and staying Arnold's wife. But she didn't seem to have listened to what I had told her about my brother's hands being a mess, and so all of those texts and calls she gave him went unheard and unread. A week went by before I stumbled across all of her texts to him when I came back to see him and check on his phone. However, even after reading everything she had been saying to him about the divorce and her need for him, Arnold had no plans of letting her back into his life and continued with the settlement. He then told me to block her, and that if she really did need to say anything to him about the settlement, she had his lawyer's info and could contact him to pass the word on to Arnold. The same thing happened with the other woman, whose husband had cheated on her with Cassidy. So Cassidy ended up having to pay off 2 settlements. Realizing that there was really nothing left for her to do in this situation, Cassidy went and sold almost all of her things to pawn shops, which still didn't give her enough money. So the remainder had to be paid for with some borrowed money. And with all of that, she was able to pay off both settlements in one lump payment. Currently, with the tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt she's in, Cassidy's having to work day and night 7 days a week to make all that money back, all while silently crying. Even after the divorce, Arnold has been stuck in the hospital recovering from his injuries, but things are going well there. Kai ended up being released a couple of days ago, and has been doing all right after the head trauma she had received. She will start kindergarten soon, so we'll have to see how her condition is there. At least she's smiling again and hasn't even mentioned a single thing about her mom yet. Recently, she has been sitting inside a lot, drawing pictures of giraffes and elephants, talking about how she can't wait to go to the zoo once her daddy is out of the hospital. Seems there's no need to pray for this father-daughter duo, as they are both bound to one another like magnets. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Emma! Today's the day. I'm not waiting anymore. I've finally found my true love. Now please agree to the divorce so we can get this over with.
What? This again? Ken, you're in Japan on business. Don't you have better things to do with your time? Like, I don't know, go eat some sushi or something. You're not going to win this one.
Emma, I am dead serious about this. I want a divorce.
Ugh, great. Here we go again. Tell me, Ken, why do you want a divorce?
I've told you 1,000,000 times already. I've found my true love.
Uh-huh. And what's your mistress's name?
She's not my mistress. Don't call her that. She's my true love. Now divorce me.
Hey, Emma, do you have a minute? Hallie? This is a surprise. I looked up the time difference. It's still daytime for you over there, right? Right. Yeah, I won't be heading to bed for a few hours. What's up? Can you do a video call right now? If possible, I'd prefer to talk by video rather than text. Well, sure, that's no problem, but why? There's someone that I'd like you to talk to face to face. Who is it? 2 people, actually. The younger sister of a coworker and her father. Huh? I don't think I've ever talked to any of your coworkers before, much less their family members. Yeah, this will be the first time you've met, but it's important, please. Okay, if you say so.
Divorce me!
Really, Ken? You know full well that it's the middle of the night over here.
Huh?
Don't me. You've lived here your whole life up until a few months ago. If you want to whine to me, at least wait until morning.
What do you want me to do, though? I'm desperate. I need you to divorce me. I can't do anything until you consent.
I told you, you're wasting your time. I'm not divorcing you.
Why not?
Because I don't wanna.
But you have to divorce me.
No, I don't. And besides, you're just using the fact that I'm in America and you're way over in Japan to try and hide your mistress's identity from me. And I'm not agreeing to the divorce until you give me her information. Now, good night. I'm going back to bed.
Come on, Emma. I'm being totally open about this. You don't need to know her name or anything. All you need to know is that she's the love of my life. How can you be so cruel? You're totally breaking my heart, Emma. Emma, pick up your phone. Divorce me!
Good morning, Hallie. Or wait, good, evening? You got it right the second time. Are you all ready to go? Yep, I was texting you to tell you that I'm just about to head out. Great to hear. So, how's the situation with you-know-who? He's getting even more obnoxious than before. Now he started sending me messages whining about wanting a divorce at all hours of the day, even when he knows I'm asleep. Just last night, I was laying down in bed when all of a sudden my phone blew up with notifications, and sure enough, it was him crying, "Divorce me! Divorce me!" Ugh, what a loser. Good grief, he is such a creep. I understand he's getting desperate, but come on, that's basically psychological torture. Not to mention, does he have any idea what position he's in? He has none of the power. He should be on his knees, begging, willing to jump through any hoops to get you to give him what he wants. Right? I really wish that there was someone I knew who could smack some sense into him for me. Ordinarily, I'd call his parents to do that, but they had a nuclear meltdown of a divorce and aren't on speaking terms. So that's not happening. He never had a close relationship with any of his other relatives, so that's not an option. And all of his old friends are back here in America. I'm completely at a loss for how to deal with him. Jeez. My frustration with him kept me up all night. I was exhausted from getting ready, but I still couldn't sleep. All the coffee in the world can't help me now. I'm so sorry, Emma. But the one saving grace is that it's clear that Ken is in serious trouble, and he knows it. You got that right. The wedding party is only 2 days from now. Okay, I'm just about to get on my plane. Gotcha. I'll be waiting to pick you up at the airport.
What the hell? Emma, what are you doing here?
Hey there, Ken. I gotta hand it to you. You look really nice in that tuxedo. What was it you told your girlfriend, Ken? Sorry, babe, I want to give you a formal wedding, but it's gonna have to wait until I get back to America and can work out all the details with my family. Something like that. And that's why instead of a real wedding, you're just having a wedding party with her family. It's a pretty good plan, Ken. Sorry things didn't work out as you'd hoped, though.
How did you get over here? Why aren't you in America?
You know, I've got to tell you about this fantastic new invention called the airplane, Ken. They're amazing. They can fly way up high in the sky.
Stop mocking me. You know that's not what I'm talking about. Why are you here? Why are you at my wedding party? I never told you about this party. I never told you about Aiko at all.
Speaking of Aiko, have you noticed something strange about this wedding party? Like the fact that the bride-to-be isn't there?
What?
You don't suppose this means she found out you were married and wants to break up with you now, do you?
No. You told Aiko we were married?
No, actually, she found out about that well before she contacted me to see if it was really true.
Then who told her?
A friend of mine works for a company that's a subsidiary of a Japanese company run by Aikio's father. And she was sent to work on an assignment in corporate headquarters 2 weeks ago. She just so happens to be working with Aiko's older brother, and they came to be pretty good friends. Such good friends that he invited her to come to your little party today.
Uh-oh. Your friend is over here too?
She was at our wedding too, so she's met you before and knows what you look like. And since we talk pretty often, she also knows that you were on assignment in Japan right now.
This cannot be happening.
One day, Aiko's brother showed my friend a picture of the happy couple, and she knew right away when she saw it that it was you. She was honest with him and said she was pretty certain that the man in the picture was the husband of a friend of hers back in America, and that he might want to look into you. Of course, the most certain way to determine whether it was true or not was to contact me, which they did. I've been talking with Aiko, her brother, and your company as well. The decision was made that the best way to deal with it would be to have me come and confront you personally. And so, here I am, a stranger in the land of the rising sun, standing before my adulterous husband.
This is the worst. Come on, your friend just so happened to be working for the subsidiary company of the Japanese company Aiko's father is the CEO of? And all of this became known just in time for you to come to the party? How? How does something like this happen?
Well, I'd say it all started when you decided to cheat on me.
Her family is crazy rich. I was going to be set for life. And now it's all over. Aiko dumped me. This may not be something you'd understand, but Aiko's dad is like some kind of a feudal lord over here. He has connections in every part of society. He's more powerful than the government. And thanks to that, my company found out about what happened. How could you do this to me?
Ken, really now? Are you still going to act like this is my fault?
But it is your fault.
It is? It's my fault that you started dating Aiko without telling her that you were a married man? Did I force you to do that? Guess you thought that if you pestered me enough for a divorce that I'd give in eventually, so you could be single just in time for your little wedding party, is that right? Honestly, how did you ever think such a harebrained scheme like that was gonna work? Well, as painfully stupid as your plan may have been, you still were aware that what you were doing was not only wrong, but maliciously so. No, I don't see any reason to say that any of this is anyone's fault but your own.
Could you stop twisting the knife like that? I'm in enough pain already. When my company found out everything, they terminated my assignment in Japan months ahead of schedule. I'm gonna have to go back to America next week. So I'm coming home, and man, am I gonna have a thing or two to say to you when I get there. Emma, what's going on? Where are you?
Huh?
The house is half empty. You took all your stuff and left?
Oh, so you're home already?
Yeah. How else would I know that you're not at the house? I told you last week that I was coming home.
Phew. Wow, did I dodge a bullet or what? Once I made the decision that I was going to divorce you, I also decided to clear out of the house as quickly as possible. If I had taken a single day off, I wouldn't have made it out in time. So yeah, I moved out and I'm not coming back.
Where did you go?
Did you really think I would tell you if you asked?
Why won't you tell me?
Duh, because I'm divorcing you, you idiot. Now that I know you're back, I'll be sending my lawyer to your house to have a little chat with you about a few things.
Your lawyer?
Do I have to explain every last thing for you? I'm suing you. And I'd rather not have to hash out all the messy details in person, since that would just get awkward. So I'm sending someone who's a professional in dealing with cheating scumbags like you.
Emma, wait! The thing is, I'm kinda, broke.
Uh-huh. Aiko sued you for marriage fraud, didn't she? She got engaged to you under the false pretense that you were single.
Kinda, yeah.
I felt so bad about what you did to that poor girl that I decided to let her have her way with you before I had my turn. But don't worry, just because you're already penniless and ruined doesn't mean I'll hold back from giving you a second helping of your just desserts.
What?
Don't you know the old adage about a woman scorned?
Damn it! Now I have no choice but to sell my house. It's my house. I earned that house. I worked so hard to pay for it.
And you went ahead and burned it all to the ground because you had to chase after a younger piece of meat. Sad.
And worse, since my company assigned me to that position in Japan, I only actually lived in it for a couple years.
Not my problem. Tell it to someone who cares.
Shut up. You're gonna hear me out, like it or not. This is all your fault. You're the one who divorced me. You're the one who sued me. You did this to me. It's your fault that from now on, instead of living in the comfortable new house that I always dreamed about, I'll be lucky if I can find a half-decent apartment to live in.
Seriously, why are you blaming me for this? You did it to yourself.
If only I didn't lose my dear, sweet, precious Aiko. If only I still had her. Then there'd at least be a silver lining to this disaster.
If you still had her, that would have meant that your sick and twisted scheme to lie your way into her heart would have worked. So it's for the best that she's out of the picture.
Sick and twisted? How dare you? We were in love with each other. Real, true love.
You were a married man cheating on your wife in another country with a younger woman because you wanted to marry into her wealthy family. I don't think there was a single part of that could be called real, true, or love.
You have no right to be talking to me like that. Stop mocking my pain.
Sorry, I just can't help myself. There's just so much about you that is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I think I've squeezed every last drop of humor at your expense that I can by this point, so I'm done talking to you. Don't ever contact me again. Goodbye.
I will never forgive you, Emma.
To tell the truth, I do kinda understand how bad he feels about losing that house. He was so proud of it when we built it, and when he got stationed in Japan, I swear he was sadder to be away from that house than he was to be away from me. Right after that, his company gave him another transferal order. This time, though, it wasn't to a nice, safe, developed country like Japan. Quite the opposite, actually. So it really didn't matter that he had lost the house, because he wasn't going to be able to live there anymore anyway. From what I hear, the place where they sent him is basically like the company's penal colony, where they send all the employees who screw the pooch too badly elsewhere. It's kind of a roundabout way of the company telling you, resign or else. It also came with a massive pay cut. But perhaps because he lost everything of value to him in America, he willingly accepted the assignment and quietly took off for an isolated and undeveloped country on the opposite side of the globe. Understandably, his troubles didn't end there, though. The country was so isolated that nobody, not even the people who he was working with, understood English. Ken also didn't speak the local language, and without anyone to teach him, he was left to sit by himself, wondering what the locals were saying about him when they laughed and stared. Dad, are you still working? Because today should be the day you finish that business trip and come home, right? I wanted to ask if I'm really your kid. I'm your kid, right? No matter how I think about it, I believe I'm yours, but...
Abby? What's going on? Why are you asking me something like that?
Mom's friend, Mrs. Bauer, is saying some weird things to me.
Mrs. Bauer? Is she the really strangely dressed woman who lives on the first floor of the apartment complex?
That's her.
What all has she said to you?
She told me that I'm not actually your daughter. She's wrong about that, right? I'm related to you by blood, making me your real daughter, right?
Of course you're my daughter. I've spoken to you before about how your mother, who passed away long ago, your real mother, had you while her and I were together, right?
You did.
Mrs. Bauer wasn't even around during those times, so I'm not sure what all she's talking about. And it's not like she's close to our family anyway, so she really needs to mind her own business. Perhaps she's mistaking you for someone else's kid?
That's what I think. Thank goodness you think the same thing.
But why would that person ever say anything like that to you? Later on, I'll have to talk with her about that and explain everything to her so that she doesn't say those same things about you again.
About Mom?
Huh?
She was crying really badly, saying that she needed to stop all of this strange talk about us before it started to spread to everyone. And then she ran off.
Do you think she went to go and talk with Mrs. Bauer?
I think so. She's already there now, I think.
I see.
I think everything will be fine, though.
A lot of the people in this apartment complex have been here a long time with us and know about what happened. Mrs. Bauer and her family only moved here half a year ago, so I hadn't gotten around to explaining anything to her about us, but I probably have to now. I just didn't want to bother her and her family yet.
I see.
Now that I think about it, when she came to our room with her husband to introduce themselves, we traded phone numbers.
You did?
She told me that she wanted to have everyone who lives in this apartment complex's number in case there's ever an emergency. So that's the only reason we exchanged phone numbers then. I've never talked with her or anything, over the phone or with text, though.
You never really have a reason to, so I don't blame you for not talking to her or her husband.
I'm a bit worried about your mom right now since she ran off to Mrs. Bauer's place. Right now, I'm getting on the plane to fly back home to you both. There will be Wi-Fi on the plane so you can text me if anything happens while I'm on my way home. All right?
All right. Thank you, Dad.
Excuse me, but this is Abby's father, Beau, who I'm texting right now?
What?
My name is Rebecca, and I'm currently living in room 105 of our apartment building.
Ah, nice to meet you again. Are you wanting to talk about my daughter then, and that's why you're texting me now?
That's right. So you must have heard about things from her already?
That's correct. Just a little bit ago, her and I were talking with one another about it. I'm not really sure where all the confusion about things had started, but my daughter is 100% related to me by blood, and I have her birth certificate and everything to prove just that. I'd like it if you'd please stop saying such strange things to her from here on out.
Are you kidding me? You have still not noticed anything about this yet?
What are you talking about?
I wonder what I could be talking about. Could you please let your wife know about this for me? If you don't, and I start to get all upset here, then I can have my brother and all his old friends come out to your apartment and make you wish you'd just accepted the truth.
Excuse me?
In the past, I was involved with a lot of street gangs, all right? My older brother was the head of one of those gangs, and if you piss me off, you'll be pissing him off, and things will get scary. Dad, there's an emergency.
What's happened?
Mom came back home and her cheek is all bruised and swollen.
What?
She told me that Mrs. Bauer punched her in the face.
She punched your mom?
She didn't listen to anything Mom was trying to say, and then she punched Mom to get her to shut up. I'm helping her put ice on her cheek right now, but it looks like the inside of her mouth is all cut up.
What the hell?
We should go to the hospital, right? Because the bleeding isn't stopping from her mouth.
Yes, please, go there.
All right, I'll go and let the old man next door know about what's happened, and we need to leave.
Good idea. When you get to the hospital, make sure to let the doctor know that Mom was assaulted and that a police report and everything needs to be made up. Once your mom's mouth has been taken care of, head to Grandma and Grandpa's house and stay there.
Okay.
Please, take good care of your mom for me.
All right. Listen, bud. Don't be ghosting me like that right in the middle of our discussion.
Sorry, there was an emergency that came up, and so I had to focus all of my attention on that for a bit.
An emergency?
Right now, I'm on my way to go see my wife who got punched in the cheek by you. Tell me, what was all that about?
I did that because she was asking to take a knuckles sandwich to her left cheek. That woman? She has balls of steel showing up at my door again like that, whining about things. And you, Beau. You need to get real with me and stop playing around.
What are you talking about right now?
I am talking about the secret of Abby's birth. Abby is really my husband's daughter, and we all should know that by now. You are not her real dad, and I want her to stop calling you that. Hence why I told her the truth. In other words, this all happened years ago, about a year before Abby was born, where your wife was with my husband cheating on the both of us. But before things could be handled, your wife married you, and then she had Abby, and you took the position of being her father. And I have hated you ever since because you never noticed that your wife had cheated on you with my man.
Listen to this then, Rebecca. My wife has never been pregnant while she's been with me.
What?
Her and I only started dating about 4 years ago, and 2 years ago we got married. This was her first time getting married, and I got married to her, bringing my daughter Abby along with me. This is my second time being married now.
Huh?
That means Abby is still related to me by blood because my previous wife gave birth to her after we tried for so long to have a baby, and my current wife is like her stepmother.
Stepmother?
This might be a little bit of a sidetrack, but if you take my daughter's age of 15 and add 1 year to it, that would be 16 years ago. But at that time, I was with Abby's real mother, and we were happily married to one another. I was never going out with my current wife then, so I cannot speak for whatever she was up to.
What? Huh? Abby, she's 15 years old?
That's correct.
What? But she was telling me all about how she had this test she was taking at the local elementary school before she graduated from there.
She was only taking her 8th grade exams at the elementary school because her middle school is having some construction done, and that would distract the students. After the exam, she'll be graduating from there and going to high school.
Huh? Oh, so she's not going into middle school?
Did you think that she was younger and still in 5th grade?
Yeah.
I suppose my daughter isn't the tallest girl, and one could say she's a late bloomer, but she's normally wearing her school's soccer uniform when she comes home from school. Did you not see that it was for her middle school?
I'm never home in the afternoon, so I only see her when she's going to school in the morning.
Is that so? Understood then.
But, Bo, I'm not kidding when I say that your wife had been having relations with my husband.
Is that something that's still going on currently?
Yes! Half a year ago, when my family moved into this building, they got back together and have been having an affair ever since. I made a mistake about who Abby's real father was and all that, but I know for a fact that my husband is cheating on me with your wife.
And do you have evidence of this?
I've seen them together plenty of times now. They both come out of the office building over by Hartford Station, and it's during the middle of the day when they should still be inside working.
How often are they doing such a thing?
At least twice a week. And the rest of the time they're together is after work or at work outings when they have to stay late.
That's very strange, Rebecca.
How is any of that strange?
Because my wife is currently working at an accounting office right down the street from this apartment complex.
Huh?
She's currently working as a part of the company's management and has been there for some time. So I'm not sure that she's making the 45-minute trip all the way out to Hartford Station to see your husband twice a week.
What? Oh, you're kidding me.
Rebecca.
What?
Actually, my wife's cousin happens to work out over in that area and can be seen going to and from that station quite a lot.
Cousin?
Here's something that you might benefit from hearing about that cousin. She happens to share a lot of the same features as my wife and will sometimes be misidentified as my wife when going out around this part of the city. So I think you made the same mistake.
Are you serious? I can't believe I got your wife mixed up with her.
Now listen, Rebecca. There's something else. You are also cheating currently, aren't you?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about now?
You are going out with the store manager of the store you work at part-time, and that daughter of yours you had a little while back happens to be that store manager's daughter.
Wait, what?
The fact that you were going off on my family and me for something that wasn't even happening, all while your situation is one and the same to what you thought was going on here? I don't care if you made a mistake and became confused about us. In the position you're in, there's no reason for my wife to be punched by a hypocrite.
Who the hell are you? How do you know about all of that?
This was the outcome of what an investigator found out for your husband, who asked him to look into you.
Huh? An investigator?
As a matter of fact, during that same time you went and punched my wife in the face for no reason at all, I got a call from your husband about all of this. He told me all sorts of things about you after he learned from the investigator. Also, your husband and my wife's cousin happen to both work for that same company, yes, but they're never doing anything besides taking their lunch break at the same time and talking business.
What?
And if you'd like evidence of that, you can ask their company for the security gate records of when they go in and out of the building and see it lining up with their lunch. And if that's not enough for you, the company also has all the records of the projects they've had to work on together, and that some of those projects require them to stay late after work and get them done. So, your husband has not been cheating on you yet, Rebecca. You claimed they were cheating just because you saw them together, and you went around saying that to everyone, right? Of course, while you'd say that, you'd also go on about how if your husband was going to cheat, you'd do the exact same thing. And that's why you've started to have an affair with the store manager.
What? Wait, huh?
There was a lot of information in all of what I just said, so I can understand you not taking in everything all at once. But I'll make things simple for you now. 1, besides you and your store manager, nobody else is having an affair. 2, you just committed a crime in all your confusion. There you go.
No way.
Take a few more reads through all of this so that you can get a good understanding of what all has happened, please.
Do you think you can just say things like that to me? After hearing about you saying I've committed a crime by hitting your wife and your lies about me having an affair with my store manager, my brother and his gang will not leave you alone.
Is that so? Well, I'm aware that you're the little sister of Jacob Roberts, who was the leader of the street gang Heaven's Demons, right?
Huh? Heaven's Demons?
Go let him know not to do a thing after this. Unless he's willing to have all of those things from his past brought back up and then face his rival street gang.
What? Are you talking about Satan's Angels? The gang that's insanely strong now?
In the past they were.
I'm so sorry.
The next day, Rebecca's husband got a divorce from her, and that's also when her husband found out the daughter she had wasn't his. And so he had the both of them leave his apartment together and told her to never bring that child back to him. I was coming back home right as she was being kicked out, and when our eyes met, she screamed her head off before taking her daughter and sprinting out of the building. How rude! Rebecca would later be asked to pay a large settlement in the divorce since she had cheated and had a child with another man and would have to do so in one lump payment. She tried to get some form of child support from her husband in the divorce, though, but once again, the child was not her husband's, and so his lawyer told her there was nothing she could do about that. That settlement in the divorce wasn't going to be the only thing Rebecca had to pay, though, as my wife also got a settlement from her for being assaulted, and that had to be paid in one lump payment as well. This settlement turned out to be even larger than the one her husband had asked for, since she'd be paying for all the medical bills my wife received for not only stitching up the inside of her mouth, but for the pain medication she'd be on after having her cheekbone fractured. It only took a few days after the court ruling, and all that money my wife had asked for was paid. My wife and daughter both said she was being very quiet and smart now by paying that settlement without fighting back at all. And I said that it's almost like she'd learned her place after our talk, all while laughing. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hello, Raven. This is the first time we've spoken on the phone, isn't it? Well then, let's not waste time. I'll get straight to the point. Why haven't you gotten pregnant yet? It's been 2.5 years since you married Cam, hasn't it? You know, there's an old saying, if the wife bears no children after 3 years, she must be sent away. So listen carefully. If you don't conceive within the next 6 months, I'll have no choice but to insist on a divorce. Understood?
Linda? Wow, it's been a while. Hello.
Excuse me? Is that how you greet your husband's mother?
Huh?
You will address me properly as mother. Don't go thinking we're equals just because you managed to marry into the family. You can't even get pregnant, and yet you dare to speak to me so casually? How unbelievably arrogant.
Sorry, I just thought, since you're technically no longer my mother-in-law, it might actually be disrespectful to call you that, so I thought I'd use your name instead.
What? That is outrageous. How dare you? Not your mother-in-law. You think you can strip me of that title?
So I'm not wrong, then?
You insolent little...
Look, I think you're confused. Cam and I are already divorced. It's been a while now, so you're not my mother anymore.
What are you saying?
Hasn't Cam told you anything?
Oh, what nonsense are you speaking? That's not the kind of tasteless joke you should be making.
It's not a joke. I'm being serious.
Well, honestly, given how you failed to get pregnant all this time, it wouldn't surprise me if Cam was getting impatient. Still, you don't joke about things like that.
Are you even listening to me?
Anyway, here's the bottom line. 6 months. That's how long you have. If you're not pregnant by then, you will be divorced. I'll make sure of it.
But again, I'm telling you, Cam and I have already divorced.
Don't you dare make excuses, you good-for-nothing daughter-in-law. Let me say it one more time so it gets through that thick skull of yours. A wife who cannot bear a child after 3 years must be cast out. You have 6 months, no more. Do you understand me?
I can't believe this. How many times do I have to say it? I am no longer your daughter-in-law. Cam and I are over, divorced, done.
I just want to hold my grandchild already. Stop wasting time with these ridiculous stories and get pregnant.
Would you please just listen to what I'm saying?
Don't raise your voice at me. You are absolutely infuriating.
Excuse me?
Now listen carefully. You've got 6 months. Make the most of it. Do whatever it takes. Get serious about having that baby. Raven, it's been 3 months since our last conversation. Are you still not pregnant? Unbelievable. If I don't reach out, I never hear a word from you. What kind of behavior is that?
It's been a while. I really have to ask, what exactly do you think you're doing?
Excuse me? That's what I should be asking you. What happened to your promise? You said you'd stay in touch regularly if we agreed to dissolve the cohabitation, and now, radio silence?
Wait, hold on a second. Dissolving the cohabitation? You mean when I moved out half a year into the marriage, after you made my life a living nightmare?
Don't twist this around.
No, let's get the facts straight. Cam and I are divorced, so obviously living together wasn't going to continue. And to be honest, staying in regular contact with the family of an ex-husband, that's not just awkward, it's completely irrational.
Oh, you're still on about that.
Still? I'm talking about reality. The fact that you keep pretending this marriage still exists is what's baffling. Cam and I are done, legally, emotionally, completely.
So that's it? You're just going to throw away your obligations? What kind of woman breaks a promise to her mother-in-law and thinks that's okay? You were raised without a shred of honor, clearly.
Again, for the 100th time, I am no longer your daughter-in-law. I don't owe you anything.
I told you before I won't entertain that nonsense. I'm giving you a chance to avoid divorce, and yet you're just tossing it away with your selfish attitude.
Enough. I have seriously had it. Do you even hear yourself?
You'd better listen carefully, Raven. A wife who bears no child after 3 years must be sent away. That deadline is just 3 months away. If you want to stay married to Cam, you'd better get pregnant before then.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm officially done being polite.
What was that?
How many times do I have to tell you? We're already divorced. We've both moved on. I'm not some reluctant bride waiting for your approval. I've started a new chapter in my life, and it doesn't involve any of you. If you're so desperate for a grandchild, maybe you should shove your precious brain-dead son into a new marriage and pray someone else will put up with this madness, because I sure as hell won't.
What are you saying?
Exactly what I mean. You're obsessed, delusional, and I am done indulging it. Goodbye.
Raven, today marks exactly 3 years since you married into this family, and what do we have to show for it? You still haven't gotten pregnant, and after promising to stay in contact, 3 whole months of silence, not one message.
Oh, great, it's you again. Still clinging to that title of mother-in-law, huh? You're really just a meddling old hag with a hearing problem and a superiority complex.
How dare you speak to me that way? You are unbelievably rude.
Frankly, you should consider it an act of charity that I'm even using polite words with you.
Unbelievable. You are an absolute disgrace. A defective wife who couldn't even produce a grandchild. If you can't get pregnant, then divorce my son and be gone.
Fine, I wasn't going to say anything, but here it is. I've been married for 2 years now to someone else, and we have a child together.
What? You married?
That's right, 2 years ago. And we have a baby, 6 months old now.
A baby? What are you saying?
You heard me. I have a 6-month-old daughter. Naturally, she is no relation to you.
What is this nonsense? Cam never told me anything about a divorce, let alone this. I saw you at that family gathering 7 months ago.
Did you now? You're aware I have a twin sister, right?
Oh, yes, she was at the wedding, wasn't she?
Right. Well, I moved away the same day the divorce was finalized. Haven't returned once since. So whatever Raven you met at that gathering wasn't me.
Then who?
It was my twin sister, Amy. Turns out right after Cam and I finalized the divorce, he filed a marriage registration with Amy the next day. I only found out recently when I got suspicious from your endless delusional messages and decided to look into it.
No, that can't be. Oh, that can't be true.
Oh, but it is. You see, Cam and I kept the divorce relatively quiet. We told our families ourselves. It was amicable, or so I thought. Just incompatibility and lifestyle differences. But behind that facade, he was having an affair with my own sister.
This is insane.
Trust me, when I found out, I nearly fell out of my chair. I had no idea. None. Not until your obsessive messages prompted me to do some digging.
Then that means the woman Cam is married to now
is Amy, my sister, your supposed daughter-in-law. She's the one who's been impersonating me at family events.
I don't understand. No one told me.
Clearly, Cam probably didn't want you to know the truth. After all, remember how you reacted when Sally, your daughter, was cheated on? Cam lost his mind, threw things, broke half the furniture. You think he really wanted to see you react the same way to him?
Oh my God.
He used the fact that Amy and I are twins to pull off a switch, and Amy, she played along, pretending to be me when meeting your side of the family. I'm guessing my parents were in on it too, especially since they've always favored her.
This is too much.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, now that the lie is exposed, I suggest you take it up with the actual people involved. I have no part in this anymore.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then I suppose you really aren't part of this family anymore. There's no reason for us to speak further. I'll be going now.
Oh, no. You don't get to walk away like that. You forgot something.
What?
A thank you. You should be thanking me.
For what?
If you hadn't kept pestering me like a lunatic, I never would have uncovered what Cam and Amy were hiding. So, thank you. Because of you, I now have rock-solid evidence of their infidelity.
Wait, what are you saying?
I've already filed for compensation. I'm suing them both for emotional damages and breach of trust.
No, wait, you're what?
Oh, didn't you know? Cam's unemployed now. Apparently he made a massive blunder at work, got fired, blacklisted, so he's not exactly in a position to pay that settlement.
Unemployed?
And from what I've heard, he's hoping you'll help cover the damages. Isn't that sweet?
Wait, Raven, please, you don't understand. We already burned through our savings when we covered another settlement years ago. Amy hasn't been sending money like she promised. She's gone radio silent. We have no way to pay this.
That's not my problem. All I care about is receiving full compensation. I don't care where the money comes from.
You can't be serious. I said we don't have it. As your former mother-in-law, I am ordering you to...
There it is again. As your mother-in-law. Still clinging to that? You sound pitiful, honestly. It's just sad now.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'm done. I have nothing more to say to you.
Raven, wait.
Goodbye. And with that, I'll be blocking you for good.
No, wait, please.
I found out what happened afterward through a friend who still lives near my ex-in-law's place. She's been keeping an eye on things from a distance ever since everything fell apart, and let's just say what she told me was more dramatic than I could have imagined. Apparently, not long after I sent that message to my former mother-in-law, the one where I told her exactly how much damage they had all caused, she decided to take matters into her own hands. She summoned both her son and his new wife, the woman he cheated on me with, over to her house. From the outside, it looked like she was trying to resolve things, maybe have a long overdue family discussion to talk through the consequences of their actions. But instead of a calm sit-down, it turned into absolute chaos. The moment they arrived, everything spiraled out of control. My friend said it was like watching a storm unfold indoors. First, the shouting started, so loud that people passing by on the street paused to listen. Then it escalated. The old dining table was flipped over with such force that the legs cracked, and chairs were hurled across the room like weapons. At one point, glass shattered. No one was sure whether it was a vase or a window, but it exploded with such violence that a few of the neighbors actually screamed. People started running out of their homes to see what was going on, and when the noise didn't stop, someone called the police. Yes, it got that bad. Police officers actually had to show up and break up the fight. Can you imagine? The same woman who once cared so deeply about appearances, who judged everyone around her for the smallest of things, had created such a scandal that the whole neighborhood was talking about it. Eventually, after all that chaos, my ex-mother-in-law told them point blank that she was done. She wasn't going to pay their legal fees, she wasn't going to step in and handle things, and she sure as hell wasn't going to help them clean up the mess they had made. In her own words, she said they were on their own and that she was cutting ties. Just like that, she disowned them both and walked away. But it didn't stop there. See, the thing that really broke her wasn't just the betrayal, it was the public shame. My ex-husband wasn't her only child to go through this kind of scandal. His older sister had also ended her marriage due to an affair. And now, with her son doing the same thing, the entire neighborhood started whispering about how both of her children had brought disgrace to the family. It was all over the block, how the siblings had followed the same destructive path, ruining marriages, hurting innocent people, and dragging their family name through the mud. She couldn't take the humiliation, not after spending her entire life building up an image of the perfect family. So a few weeks later, she packed up and quietly moved away. She didn't say goodbye to anyone, she just disappeared, leaving behind a house full of memories and a reputation in ruins. My friend said she saw the moving truck early in the morning, like she was trying to escape before anyone could see her go. And then, of course, there was the fallout for my ex-husband and the woman he left me for. With no support from his mother and the mounting legal pressure from the compensation claim I filed, they both fell headfirst into financial disaster. My ex-husband still had outstanding debts from our divorce, and now he had to cover this on top of everything else. Loans started piling up, payments were missed, their once cozy little life started to crack at the seams. The new wife, who thought she'd won by taking my place, was now stuck in a nightmare of her own making. She was no longer the center of attention, no longer the one being praised. Instead, she was just another woman trapped in a relationship built on lies and debt. And I'll be honest, when I heard all this, I felt something inside me shift. It wasn't joy, it wasn't even satisfaction, it was clarity. For so long, I'd been walking around with this heavy fog in my chest, wondering if I was the fool, if I'd overreacted. I should have handled things differently, but when I heard how everything had fallen apart for them, how the truth had finally caught up, it was like that fog started to lift. I didn't want revenge. I never needed them to suffer the way I did, but knowing that consequences finally caught up with them, that they had to face the reality of what they'd done, gave me peace. Not the kind you scream about, the quiet kind, the kind that lets you breathe a little deeper at night. And maybe that sounds cold, maybe it does, but I think anyone who's ever been betrayed, who's ever had their world ripped apart by people they trusted, will understand. I also think it was important for my ex-husband to hit rock bottom. He needed to realize that you can't just walk through life taking what you want, hurting who you want, and expecting someone else to clean up your mess. And she, the woman who helped him destroy everything, I hope she finally understands that taking something that doesn't belong to you doesn't guarantee happiness. Sometimes it curses you instead. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.